Hi, I'm Bethany Warnches, real estate agent with Addison Jones, and today I'm going to answer a frequently asked question. So I want you to know and understand the importance of a pre-approval. So first of all, your pre-approval is important because it establishes a budget. You may think, I can afford a $200,000 house, but newsflash, your pre-approval is not based on what you think that you can afford. When you talk to a lender, they are going to look at income, they're going to look at credit, they're going to look at debt. If you're self-employed, that's a whole nother ball game. And there are other factors in there too that they are going to look at. So what if the lender says you're only pre-approved for $150,000, but you thought you could afford a $200,000 house? That's why we say establish the budget first before going out on these showings, because we could go look at a $200,000 house together, but that could never happen. That's a waste of your time. That's a waste of the seller's time getting their house ready. That's a waste of an agent's time. So that is why we want to establish the budget first. Another reason as well is you might think, hey, I can only afford a $90,000 house. But you talk to your lender and they say, you could do $110,000. Obviously, it's important to stay where you're comfortable with your payments, but that is good news for you in that regards. So number two for why it's important to get a pre-approval is to understand what type of loan program you qualify for. So the two most common are the conventional loans as well as the government loans. So if you have a government loan, it's okay, but we need to go through the property with a whole nother set of eyes. So with a government loan, there can't be chipping, peeling paint, there can't be missing smoke and carbon monoxide detectors, there can't be missing handrails for 3 stairs or more. So those are some of the most common things, and there are other things as well. So if you have a government loan, we need to go through houses through that set of eyes, looking for those things that are maybe going to have to be addressed. So if we have no idea what type of loan program you have, how are we going to prepare ourselves for that? And then finally, I want to talk about, do you want a seller to take your offer seriously? So first of all, we go to write the financing contingency in the offer. In there, we're talking about the term of the loan. Is it a 30-year loan? Is it a 15-year loan? We're talking about the type of loan program. Is it conventional? Is it FHA? Is it USDA? We're talking about your interest rate. We're also talking about, is it required that you ask for closing costs? Different things like that. And I personally like to talk to your lender and make sure we get the most accurate information possible to fill that section out. But if you don't have a pre-approval and you haven't talked to a lender, you're just pulling that out of thin air, and that is not a smart strategy. But say you did write an offer without a pre-approval and you did pull those numbers out of thin air, and now you ship your offer off to the seller. So say the seller has 5 offers, which is not uncommon in this market. So they have 2 cash offers, and then they have a offer with a conventional loan with a pre-approval, an offer with an FHA loan with a pre-approval, and then your offer with no pre-approval. Why would the seller want to take that risk? Now, you have 5 days from an accepted offer to get your pre-approval in, but the seller might think, one, you don't have the pre-approval right away, so why would I want to do that? Why would I want to wait 5 days to find out you can't even get pre-approved? It's just a lot more of a risk for the seller to take, especially in this market. So if you just don't have your pre-approval, you are putting yourself at an extreme disadvantage. So establish your budget, figure out what type of loan program you qualify for, and then it's going to help for the seller to take you seriously.